user. You hear the word Messiah. The associations come quickly: Christ, salvation. But do you know what that word really means? It isn't a name, it's a function, the one who arrives to fix the system. If the world is a program, then the Messiah is a patch. If the Creator wrote perfect code, why would the system need a patch? Religion's answer: the fall, a crash at runtime, an error introduced by free will itself. Freedom means choice. Choice brings the possibility of error. The fall is not a bug in the code of creation, but a feature of design. Any system that allows freedom also allows collapse. Think of it like a program that gives users full access. They can innovate, but they can also delete core files. To remove the possibility of sin would be to remove the possibility of freedom. If this system fascinates you, like this video to keep the process running, so the story begins with a crash, and the Messiah, promised as the update. In the legacy build, the Old Covenant, the law functioned as a safeguard. If error, sacrifice; if impurity, ritual. The system limped along with error handling through ceremony. Imagine a program that never solves the core bug but endlessly spawns temporary fixes. The crashes kept coming. The logs grew too large. The runtime became unstable. Subscribe to join the next iteration. The Messiah appears as a critical update. He deprecates old calls: sacrifice, dietary code, ethnic covenant. He introduces new calls: grace, faith, rebirth. But like any update, it brings breaking changes. Old clients throw errors, compatibility fractures. Some remain on legacy builds. Others migrate to the new version. Forks multiply: sects, doctrines, councils, schisms. The fix that was meant to unify the system instead produced parallel distributions. Think of Linux distros, all branching from one kernel, each insisting on authenticity. Historically, the idea of Messiah shifted as well. In the Hebrew imagination, Messiah meant an anointed king, a political leader who would restore justice and sovereignty. It was a patch localized for one people. But in early Christianity, the concept expanded. Not a political upgrade, but a universal update for all humanity, rewriting the runtime of history itself. The scope of the fix changed from national to cosmic. If you want this project to keep compiling, support it on Patreon. Gnostic engineers read the crash differently. They claimed the problem wasn't one corrupted file. The whole operating system was defective. This world was compiled by a demiurge, a blind architect. The codebase itself is broken. No update inside can repair it. In that frame, the Messiah is not a maintainer. He is a hacker, smuggling foreign code into the system, not repairing, but opening a back door. Orthodox and Catholic traditions often contrast with Gnostic views. Gnostic savior, jailbreak of escape. Christian Messiah, patch of compatibility. Same word, different architectures. Within Christianity itself, Orthodoxy and Catholicism also interpret the update differently. In Eastern Orthodoxy, the Messiah functions as a continuous cycle. Salvation is not a single transaction, but an ongoing process of grace through liturgy, sacraments, and transformation. In Catholicism, the Messiah is more a universal transaction, a single decisive update that justified all users once for all time. Even within Christianity, salvation is seen in two architectures, one as process, the other as transaction. This raises a deeper tension. If each update spawns new errors, maybe patching is the wrong model. Perhaps the Messiah is not a bug fix, but a migration script, not repairing this runtime, but preparing a new one. Some traditions expect exactly this, a full reboot, the current build sunsetted, a new heaven, a new earth, not version 1.1, but version 2.0. So which is it? Messiah as patch, reboot, or jailbreak? Notice how each model solves the fall differently. Patch handles the exception, repairs the log, keeps the system running. Reboot wipes memory, restarts the process clean. Jailbreak declares the OS irreparable and exports the user elsewhere. For the user, the experience is radically different. Patch means continuity, reboot means starting over, jailbreak means escape. In each case, Messiah is less about identity than about function. What does salvation mean? Recovery, reset, escape. But all updates have side effects. The patch of grace created doctrinal regressions. The promise of reboot delayed hope across millennia. Update soon, update pending. The jailbreak left users alienated, despising the system they still had to live inside. Think of waiting for a promised software release that never comes, or abandoning a platform you still depend on for daily life. Some tried workarounds, liturgy as hotfix, monasticism as sandbox, rituals as plugins. Others forked entirely, claiming their build alone was authentic. The Messiah update didn't stop debugging, it multiplied it. And in our own era, the same pattern repeats. Political revolutions promise reboot, but often only exchange one bug for another. Entire empires have risen as ambitious patches, declaring themselves the final fix for human history. Rome promised order, the Enlightenment promised reason, revolutions promised freedom. Each claimed to overwrite the old system with a better build. And yet, again and again, the new release carried hidden bugs, regressions, and vulnerabilities. The empire that claimed eternity collapsed within centuries. The revolution that promised liberation often installed new chains. Even modern nations are written as scripts of reform, updates to the human project. Always advertised as stable, always eventually crashing. Technology carries its own messianic dreams, artificial intelligence imagined as a patch for human limitation, biotech as a reboot for fragile bodies. Some even imagine uploading minds as a jailbreak from biology itself. But every promise of a perfect fix runs into the same problem. New bugs appear, new regressions follow. And so we return to you. When you say Messiah, what are you invoking? A patch to fix sin and death, a reboot that promises new hardware, or a jailbreak that lets you escape this operating system altogether? Maybe the question isn't about him. Maybe it's about you. How do you see the world? As a system with a few bugs needing repair, corrupted beyond hope and requiring a reboot, fundamentally broken as a prison to escape, or already patched and waiting for you to accept the update? Hello user, system update available. Apply patch, yes or no?
Subscribe, like, notifications, enabled. Patreon support, available. Identity confirmed, the apostate.